light.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Take Flight. And today, as you can see, I am on another road trip. Y'all see, I'm always going places, right? But this time, I'm riding around in an EV, as you can see. So I figure this might be a great time to do a video about what is the best credit cards to use for EV charging. Now, for me personally, and this is probably for most of y'all, most of us that have EVs, we charge our cars at home. So, you know, this is not a category that we're probably going to earn a whole lot of points in. But for some of you guys, you know, some of you guys may not have a place at home to charge your car. Maybe you solely rely on superchargers. So for you guys, you need a credit card that's going to give you, you know, elevated points back, just like gas. So I'm gonna run down 3 credit cards that you can use that's gonna give you great rewards on EV charging. Now I'm gonna more focus on travel cards because this is a travel channel and most of us here are trying to earn points so we can travel, flights, hotels, stuff like that. It's not that many of them cards out there. Now you do have a lot of cash back cards out there that might give you 4x cashback, 5x cashback. But I'm gonna try to narrow it down to the travel cards. So without further ado, let's run them down. First card I think is a decent card for EV charging is the City Strata Premier card. Now, I don't have this card. I would like to have this card, but since I already have enough cards as it is, I think I'm going to chill out on that. Heck, maybe I can save that City Premier card for my future player 2. We'll see. But anyway, the City Premier card is going to give you 3x back on EV charging, 3x back on gas. Then of course it's going to give you, you know, 3x back on dining, 3x back on groceries, 3x back on select travel. So it's hotels, flights, stuff like that, and 1x on everything else. So 3x on gas and EV charging. And what's so great about this card is that you can transfer those city points to so many different partners. One partner in particular that everybody loves is American. Citi is the only bank that transfers to American. So because of that, that's what a lot of people love it for. Again, I wish I can get it, but I'm not. I already got enough cards that I'm trying to maximize. So, but great card to have in your arsenal if you value travel and if you want to get elevated points on EV charging. And just so you know, this also applies to the regular Strata card. You got the no annual fee Strata, and then you got, which is the white card, and then you got the gray City Strata Premier card. They both give you 3x back. But if you're into travel, I would suggest you get the Premier card and just pay the annual fee, which is 95 bucks. If you don't want to do that, then you could do the white card, which is no annual fee. And you still get 3x back. So, hey, can't complain about the City Strata Premier. Really great card if you ask me. Okay, next card I have on my list for EV charging, and this is a card that I have and use regularly, is the Wells Fargo Autograph card. This card gives you so much points back on so many different categories. I know you'll hear me rant and rave about it on a lot of my What's in My Wallet videos, but 3x back on EV charging, of course, 3x back on gas, 3x back on anything travel related. That's, you know, that's flights, that's hotels, that's car share, that's tolls, that's bridges, that's buses, that's trains, that's cruises, right? That's Airbnbs, you know. So you can't go wrong with that card. Also give you 3x back on dining, 3x back on phone services, 3x back on streaming services. So this is a really great card to have in your arsenal. And Wells Fargo also has a growing list of transfer partners. So they just added Cathay Pacific not too long ago. Of course, they added JetBlue some months back. And now we also have Wyndham, which transfers one Wells Fargo point, and they'll give you 2 Wyndham points. So that's very great value if you ask me. Now, I know a lot of us in this travel space, you know, we love our luxury stays, but if you ask me, Wyndham does have some hidden gems, especially if you look overseas. I was looking at some stuff over in Vietnam, and it's actually some really nice Wyndham hotels over there. I've seen one in particular I might have to visit. Not on this trip, because I've already got my stuff booked for this trip, but next time I go, I might visit, and it's definitely at a reasonable price. I can't complain about it. But yeah, 3x back on the EV charger with the Wells Fargo autograph card. Great card to have in your arsenal. Not just for EV charging, but just in general for most travel. Next best card, I think, that's great for EV charging, and we're going to stick to Wells Fargo right now, is the Wells Fargo Attune card. Now, this card is kind of all over the place, but it definitely fills a lot of holes in your setup when it comes to spending. Now, this card can give you 4x back on EV charging, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to give you 4x back on, I think it's called eco-friendly categories, something like that. It's a whole array of stuff, but you can see right here, it's a list. You know, EV charging, you get 4x back on sports. So like going to just a football game, a basketball game, entertainment, going to the movies, that'll give you 4x. Stores like Michael's, like arts and crafts, stuff like that, at 4x. So, you know, I can't see me using that card on a regular basis when it comes to these categories, but I think it's a decent card to have to, again, fill some holes. Even though I don't go to like concerts and sports games that much, but when I do, that would be the card I use, and it'd be great to get 4x back.
Now, let me just pause the video right here. Now, as I was literally in the middle of editing this video, I got some horrible news that the Wells Fargo Attune card has actually just been canceled.
Oh no!
Yeah, and how I found out, because I went on a website and I was looking for, you know, updated information on the 4X categories so I can, you know, for this video. And that's when I found out. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see the card on the website. So I thought maybe it might have just been a glitch. Didn't think nothing of it. I said, all right, well, maybe it'll be back tomorrow. Well, tomorrow came, and that's when it was all over the internet, you know, that Wells Fargo has canceled the Attune card. So it's definitely a bummer. If you still have the card, I'm assuming you can still use it. So I would use it for 4X categories while you can, or at least until Wells Fargo forces people to do a product change. We don't know what's going to happen, but I guess we'll see in the near future. Meanwhile, the Attune train has officially left the station.
You know, and then again, 4x back on EV charging. You know, now, again, I charge my car at home, but again, some people don't have that luxury, and they gotta depend on the superchargers. Now, just my personal opinion, I believe that if you don't have a place to charge your car, I don't think it's a good idea to even have an EV. And this is not, you know, me coming down on anybody, but I think if you live in a, let's just say you live in an apartment, I mean, now you are solely dependent on the superchargers. I don't know, I just don't think that's a smart thing to do. I would say get a hybrid in those situations, or stick with a gas car that's you know, more fuel efficient. But you know, if you have a home, you have a garage, you have a place to charge it, I think the EV is great. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me just stick to the credit cards. Now I do have a few honorable mentions I'll mention. The Costco car. Now that car is going to give you 4x back on EV charging. Now the only catch with this card is that you have to have a Costco membership to get this card, if I'm not mistaken. But 4x back on EV charging, not bad if you ask me. And I'll throw one more in there for y'all. Even though it's a cashback card, it's still a great card. Sometimes it goes underneath the radar, but the US Bank Connect card. This is a great card for travel all the way around, especially at no annual fee. You know, it gives you certain benefits, like it gives you TSA pre-checking and global entry for no annual fee card. That's insane, right? And then it gives you 3x back on EV charging. If I'm not mistaken, it gives you 5x back on certain travel categories. So hotels, flights, 5x back. Well, actually, I don't know about flights. So decent card to have in your arsenal for general travel. Also, if you are a road warrior with your EV. So again, my 3 top credit cards: City Premier card, Wells Fargo autograph card, or the Wells Fargo Attune card.
Now let me just pause the video one more time. Now also, in the middle of me doing my edits on this video, I got more news in the credit card community. Apparently, the Chase Sapphire Preferred card has finally got an update. And with that update, it makes this card now a great option for EV charging. Believe it or not, 3x back on EV charging, 3x back on gas, 3x back on vacation homes like Airbnb, Verbo, and some other brands that I don't know right now. And it's also going to give you 5x back on Chase Travel, 3x back on dining, of course, still 3x back on streaming services and online groceries. But with that update, I now have to put the Chase Sapphire Preferred as a great option for EV charging.
But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know if I missed one, because I know there's a lot of cards on the cash back side that probably give you elevated points on EV charging, but I know I probably forgot some of them. So y'all can get in the comment section and let me know. In the meantime, we appreciate y'all time, and we will see you on the next one. Peace and travel safe. Let me get back to my road trip, and I want to be safe, so I won't be distracted. Peace.
Let's take flight.